Brush handling is all about using the right size and type paintbrush in order to stay inside the lines. So I have two paintbrushes here. The color of the handle that you're using varies by grade level. So these are the 6th grade brushes, 7th grade are the purple brushes, and 8th grade are the yellow brushes, okay? So with brush handling, we want to keep that drippy paint inside of the lines for each of the shapes. Okay, so in order to do that, we're always going to hold the paintbrush right where metal meets plastic or metal meets the wooden handle. Okay, this paintbrush it has a grip, so it's an easy reminder. So these are the 6th grade brushes, but you're always going to hold your paintbrush close to the bristles. Okay, this will allow you to have control over where your paint, where your glaze goes, etc. All right. Now, the second thing we're going to do is think about the type and size paintbrush. These are all relatively smaller shapes. I would say smaller to medium shapes. So I have smaller paintbrushes. Okay. Next, we have two different types of paintbrushes here, and the type is determined by the hairdo or the bristles. So we have a flat. A flat is great for painting in straight lines and angles, and also a larger curve. And then we have a small round brush. A round brush actually comes to a point, and it's great for small awkward places and spaces. So you'll see those small areas with the points of the explosion and the points of even this arrow here and even the crescent shape, etc. Okay. With this brush, you'll notice the straight lines and angles. Okay, if you hold it correctly, it's going to paint in that automatically. So it's going to paint in straight lines and angles and also the larger curve. Okay, so I am going to start by just loading up my paintbrush and holding it in the land where metal meets wood, metal meets plastic. I'm using a flat brush here. And just because I'm holding it kind of in the correct area and I'm using the right type and size paintbrush, it's very easy, or easier, I guess I should say, to have good craftsmanship. Okay, keep that paint inside the lines. All right. So the flat really does do its job with this type of shape. Okay, easy peasy, or a lot easier. Okay, even though this is a flat brush, it's still good at painting in a larger curve. Okay, so something that looks like this, because of the cut of the bristles, it'll allow you to do that almost automatically. Like so. Okay, this one would be great for that as well. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to use the small round brush. Okay, holding it again, land metal meets wood, metal meets plastic, and it's great for these small awkward places and spaces like the points of the explosion. In the larger area of the space, I could totally downgrade to the flat. In some of these shapes, you might even use more than one paintbrush. Okay, so for the points here, and then for the straightaway part of the arrow, so for the points I'm using the small round brush. For the straightaways of the arrow, it would make sense to use the flat. Okay, so just remember, as you are practicing brush handling, okay, it's all about crafting and craftsmanship. So crafting that paint inside the lines, using the right type and size paintbrush for the job, holding the paintbrush by the grippy, or in some cases land where metal meets wood or plastic, okay, in order to keep that paint inside of the lines.